What's your best "I've been doing this before you were born" story? I, 48, work as a graphic designer at a tech startup full of 20-somethings who think Adobe invented art itself. One day, our youngest hire, Ben, 23, swaggered over and said, "Hey Sarah, I can show you how to make your layers more efficient. You're probably used to old school methods." I smiled. "Sure, show me." He opened Photoshop and started giving me a step-by-step lecture on how to use layer masks. I waited until he was done, thanked him, and said, "You know, that's cute, but I was doing this before layer masks even existed." He laughed, thinking I was joking. So I pulled up a folder of scanned work from the late 90 seconds hand-cut magazine collages I used to scan and color correct manually. I explained how I once had to save files on 7 floppy disks because they were too big for one. The kid's face went pale. "Wait, Photoshop was around then?" "Ben," I said, "Photoshop 3 came out before you were even born." He stared at me like I'd said I personally invented the internet. Word spread through the office like wildfire. Now everyone calls me Photoshop Mom. The next week, my boss, 31M, asked me to run a retro techniques workshop for the team. I showed them how we used to design album covers and posters without fancy templates, just layers, textures, and pure chaos. By the end, Ben came up and said, "I didn't realize how much harder it used to be." "Harder," I said, "but also more fun. You had to think." Now he stops by my desk every few days asking for OG tricks. I told him the first rule: never underestimate